The Mujaddids of the past 1400 years all had their unique characteristics, all had their unique personalities, all had their unique tones and colors and fragrances. After the time of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and the companions, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him's religion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's deen needed rejuvenation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of the first century and at the beginning of the second century sent Sayyidina Umar bin Abdul Aziz as the Mujaddid of the second century. Sayyidina Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he revived the political institution and institutionalized the teachings of Islam. And in the third century, Allah sent Imam Muhammad bin Idris al-Shafi'i and Imam al-A'zam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma as the Mujaddideen of the third century. Then in the fourth century, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Imam Abu Mansur al-Maturidi and Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Ash'ari to revive the religion in the fourth century, to revive the decline of understanding of creed and aqidah. And in the fifth century, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Imam Bayhaqi and Imam al-Haramain, Imam al-Juwayni, Imam Abu Bakr al-Baqilani and al-Imam al-Hakim al-Naishapuri in the fifth century for the tajdeed of the deen. Then came the sixth century, and the great scholar, the great philosopher, the great spiritualist Imam al-Ghazali was sent to tackle the problems and faults in kalam and philosophy and rationality. And then in the seventh century, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends, say, Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani and Imam Fakhruddin al-Razi to revive the religion of Islam. Then in the 8th century, Allah sends Imam Taqiyuddin ibn Daqiq al-Eid and Imam ibn Kathir to revive Islam in the 8th century. Then this system, then this chain continues. And in the 9th century, Allah sends Imam ibn Hajar al-Asqalani to revive this religion. Then as this chain continues in the 10th century, Allah sends Imam Jalaluddin as-Suyuti to revive the muhabba of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, to revive the teachings of the Quran and the Hadith. And then in the 11th century, when this community and nation needed a bit of the fragrance and the color of Sayyidina Imam Ali, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Sayyidina Mujaddid al-Fisani in the 11th century to revive this religion. Then in the 12th century, when Islam faced problems from colonialism and imperialism and problems from inside, those challenging the respect and the reverence of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then Allah in the 12th century sent Shah Waliullah Muhaddis al-Dehlavi. Then in the 13th century, when there was a question of a decline in the mahabba, the reverence, the adab, the ta'zeem and the takreem of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then Allah sent Imam al-Nabhani in the Arab world and Mujaddid Deen o Millat Ala Hazrat in the Indian subcontinent. Then respected sisters and brothers, in the 14th and 15th century, when the problems of this time reached their pinnacle, when there were problems in the understanding of Quran and the Sunnah, there was problems in understanding fiqh and tasawwuf, when there was a problem in leadership and dealing with political injustice, when there was a decline in the adab and the muhabba of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then in the 14th and 15th century, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Mujaddid Deen o Millat, Huzur Sayyidi Shaykhul Islam, to revive this deen and to renew this religion.